These are some of the essential four-drive accessories that you need on your vehicle when you are a part-time tourer or caravanner. Stay tuned for my recommendations at the end of the video. So this particular customer uses his car as a daily driver, and we didn't want to compromise that too much for him, but he did want to get away with his family on the weekend with his caravan and stuff like that. So we started off with a bull bar. You always need good protection. I don't care what people say, but if you're driving early in the morning or late afternoons, especially out west, a bull bar is a must-have. Another thing that you should look at with bull bars is recovery points. You need some good, solid, rated recovery points. So if you ever get into a sticky situation, you can get yourself out and be towed or pulled along or snatched out or whatever, but they are sort of the main points that you need to look for in a bull bar. Underneath this one, we have a Petter's GVM. So it gets you from 2800, which is the factory GVM of the Isuzu MU-X, and it bumps you up to 3300. Now, you may think, oh, that's not a lot. This is for this customer and what he needs it for. He didn't need anything bigger than that, and it was just unnecessary to do that. Of course, he is only towing a smallish van and he doesn't really load up the car too much. We didn't feel the need to go up to that next weight and oversprung the vehicle for no reason. A part of the GVM, you do get upgraded brakes, so pads in the front. You do get airbags in the rear, just because it is very important that when you're towing, you want the car to sit as level as possible, if not just a little bit bummed down. You don't want to have that big Cali lean on, as it takes all the weight off the front tyres and it porpoises and it just drives horribly. So airbags in the rear just to assist it, help it get back up to level. When he's not towing, he can be comfortable driving around town because it is his daily driver, and he didn't want it stiff and bouncy and rugged. Working our way up, we have a Safari snorkel. This one is just their V-Spec model. You can do the R-Max model. Now, snorkels aren't just for water crossings. They are to get the factory duct up to a higher area, not only for water, but for dust. If you're driving down dirty roads, especially in a convoy, you kind of want the intake to be higher rather than trying sucking down here low, getting all that dust, nice, clean, cold air into your engine. Here is where the factory intake used to sit, so it would sit about here. Now, with the Safari one, they give you this cool molded piece of rubber with all your stainless plates. It does get fully sealed on there, sickered on there, pop riveted on. It is an airtight seal, and then there is your new intake. Another cool little thing with the Isuzus especially, not sure if the BT50s have them, but your breathers are already up in the engine bay. So if you really wanted to, you can put them in your airbox. Up to you, some people do. But yeah, you don't have to run diff breathers in these because they have already been done and they're right there, nice and high. You can move them up to the back further, so when you are doing a water crossing, it doesn't sort of splash over. But yeah, thought I'd point out that cool little fact with the Isuzus. Another essential that you need for when you're towing in Australia, you need electric brakes or some sort of braking mechanism on your trailer if it is over 750 kilos, whether it be inertia, electric, whatever. So we got beauty little Tow Pro. We love the Tow Pros. We've never had any issues with them. They got different modes and different settings. You can dial it up by hand, you can push it in and brake itself. Does have an automatic mode that uses inertia off the unit itself, so it senses. We just can't fault Red Arc, so that's why we always fit the Red Arc stuff. Obviously, it's pretty standard that if you're going to tow something, you need a tow bar. So we fitted this tag tow bar. A really cool feature about the tag ones is you have rear recovery points. So if you get stuck going forwards, you can get pulled out backwards, or if your caravan gets stuck, you can unhitch it and then hook something up here and try and gently pull it through. Another awesome feature with the tag ones is they have these plates here so you can mount all your plugs. Just did a 7-pin flat on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7-pin. On this side we have a power feed for a caravan. Now that is an ignition cut relay. So when you turn the car off, it cuts power to that so your caravan doesn't keep drawing off the car. Leaves you with a dead battery. And then just here on this side, we have the airbag inflation valve. So just left and right. The reason we do them separately is just in case you put weight in the back of the car and you have more on one side, you can sort of even it out a bit better rather than just having one valve for both bags. If this was my vehicle, these are the things that I would do to it to take it that step further. If you're going to be towing, get your caravan fitted with a Safety Dave camera. Preferably two, so you can have one facing down and one facing back, and then get a mirror mount, or you can get a windscreen mount. But I think a Safety Dave sort of camera is very, very essential when you're towing a caravan, because it just helps see behind you. If you're reversing and you have no one else with you, you can still see behind the caravan, so that's a big plus. Another thing is, especially if you're doing long distance trips out west or wherever it be, a UHF. You'll never know how much you need one until you're trying to overtake a truck and you can't see around it, and you're trying to dip out and you got no idea if there's cars coming. Just call him up on the radio, be like, hey mate, can I come past you? 9 out of 10 times they're pretty nice and they'll say yes. Sometimes they'll get a bit mean and won't let you pass. But yeah, inside, Safety Dave, UHF, a must. One thing that I would do sooner than later is a good set of towing mirrors. So get rid of these factory ones. I have a set of compacts on mine. You can color code the top of them. It just helps you see behind you so much easier, especially if you are towing. It just pulls it out that little bit, and then if you need any more, just slide it out, pop it back in, job done. Lighting. I am a huge fan of lighting, as you can see on my car. Not only do they look good, but if you ever get stuck in a situation where your car breaks down, you get a flat tire, whatever the case is, you're a few hours away from the next town and it's getting dark, they will help you out so much, because if you're in those low light situations or the dark, it just helps you see animals, stuff on the road, debris, whatever it is a huge bonus to have some sort of lighting on your car. And like I always say, it's better to have them and not need them than need them and not have them. That's it for this YouTube episode. If you liked it, give us a comment. If you think there's things that we should add or whatever to make a essential towing, family, touring, everyday car, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Like our